All right, a little late night recording action. Welcome back, everybody. We're probably going to schedule this to post tomorrow, July 31st, when you'll be seeing this. But today we got a video titled 2023 Playoff Jimmy Made Zero Sense. This one comes from a guy named Abdi Has Takes, 962 subscribers. We'll subscribe to him. He's getting close to 1,000. It's my first time hearing from him. This video blew up. And it popped up on my feed, and I was like, I'll save it for later. And now it's later. 17-minute video. Jimmy Butler, let's think. Is this the 8th seed Heat? You know, the Heat. I used to hate the Heat. Still last team. They were kind of fun when Jimmy first got there in like 2020, the bubble. It was cool to see him go that long, go that far. But after a while with the same gimmick every single year, they pick up some random scrub in like the undrafted pool or something, or like from the G League, like fucking Max Strus, Caleb, what's his face? What was that guy's name? Caleb Johnson? What is that name? What is his name? Martin. Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent. You know, the guy, the typical Miami Heat culture guys, the random guys. The first one was like Duncan Robinson. We call them industry plants around here. The Miami Heat industry plants. They always pick up one of them dudes, make it to the conference finals, and lose to the Celtics every year. Take up a spot in the play-in. That was what their gimmick was for a long time. Well, let's start the recording here. That's what their gimmick was for a long time until this year. They got Giannis. The Heat, they're always gonna get somebody, I guess. But it is what it is, man. Let's get into this one. Playoff Jimmy. This is that team that lost to the Nuggets. Go Nuggets. W Nuggets.
In the regular season, he was solid, but in the playoffs, he was otherworldly.
Playoff Jimmy, man. What happened to him? He's been hurt the last couple of seasons.
He dismantled the Knicks. He made the Celtics look stupid, and he had performances that made you question
when is
reality.
Jimmy scheduled to come back?
A switch like this is not
Is Jimmy playing this year?
Especially when you're the 8th seed. This run was magical, but
yeah, that run, I gotta give him his props, man.
And Jimmy Butler's story ended in defeat. What he wanted most was a championship.
Need a recap here because I wasn't really paying attention to that side of the bracket.
This run will never be forgotten, and playoff Jimmy will be the first thing you remember.
Let's hear it.
It's Game 5 of the 2020 NBA Finals.
Yeah, you see, this is the last time I rooted for Jimmy.
But there's less than a minute remaining in this
I probably
game,
rooted for them against the Celtics. I don't really like the Celtics.
If they don't win this game, they're eliminated. If they do, their season is still alive. This means everything is riding on Jimmy Butler's shoulders. This is a heavy burden. But for Jimmy Butler, there can never be too much pressure. Because in the moments after this, he scored 4 points to close out the game. This performance by Jimmy Butler was unreal. He had an efficient 35-point triple-double with 5 steals. And this was in the NBA Finals. No other player...
Saw a graphic. You remember the graphic they put up at the end after the Knicks won the championship this year? It was talking about the age of parity in the NBA, like all different champions. It was like a graphic. But the only team that had been to the finals twice in the last 8 or 9 years or so, whenever the Raptors won the championship, ever since then, only one team has made it to the finals twice, and it's this Miami Heat team. Jimmy Butler.
NBA history has done this. This game
they haven't won.
And it's the game where playoff Jimmy was born. However, in Game 6, their hopes of winning a championship were dead on arrival. They lost this game by 13 points, and the largest lead of the game was 36. This was embarrassing.
Can't remember this shit.
But
what happened? Who sold?
He just went on, upsetting the number 1 seed and making it to the NBA Finals.
Tyler Hero Snarlface.
However, this empty field was eating away at Jimmy Butler. He wanted.
Whoa, what is that edit? They made him black and white.
And in the next 2 seasons, he unfortunately failed to accomplish this goal. His first attempt in 2021 ended horribly. This year,
I remember that year, the Giannis year.
By the eventual champions.
I was so excited for that series, for that playoff series. Then it was just
the Milwaukee Bucks. His second attempt in 2022 ended in heartbreak. This year, he lost.
That's probably where I fell
finals
off
to the Celtics
of the Heat train.
And the way he lost was heartbreaking. as he gambled on a three-point shot that could have sent him to the
Oh my
finals.
gosh.
But
Is that
as
Oladipo?
he
Hold
gambled
on. Let's look. Kyle Lowry? Dude, where have I been at?
on a three-point shot that
Oh my gosh. Where's the fifth player on the floor?
could have sent him to the
Where's the fifth player at? I want to see who else was on the court.
finals. But
Okay.
2023 was going to be different. It was going to be way different.
Jesus Christ. Don't trigger my epilepsy. I don't have
The
epilepsy.
2023
That's a
regular
joke.
season for the Miami Heat was not the best. They finished
You need
as
to do
the
some
7th
mouth
seed with a
exercises,
44 and
dude.
38 record. They had a negative net rating, and they had the 5th worst offensive rating in the league. This
Damn, this
was
team was
rough.
ugly.
And to
Nobody
enter the
want to watch
playoffs,
them.
they would have to earn their ticket in the play-in tournament. But
This is
they had
maximum
2
Heat
chances to break
culture
through.
right here.
Their first chance was against the Atlanta Hawks.
I was about to say, they played a series against the Hawks, but this is the play-in.
Didn't go too well.
Swear to God,
They
it's been the
lost by 11
same
points on their home
teams in the
floor, and
the
Jimmy
play-in
Butler didn't have
tournament
the best performance.
until this
He
year.
had 21 points on horrible efficiency. However, in their next game, Jimmy Butler switched gears. He knew this was their last
The
chance.
Bulls was, I mean, the
If
Heat
they
was
lost
farming
this
the
game,
tournament,
his chance
farming
of
the
winning a
play-in
championship
tournament.
this season were gone. So he made sure they didn't. In this game, he scored 31
I was
points
probably
to send
rooting for the
Chicago
Bulls so
home,
hard here.
and 13 of those points came in the fourth quarter. This was the Jimmy Butler Miami needed, and with that performance, they've punched their ticket to the NBA playoffs. However, their opponent in the first round was the first-seeded Milwaukee Bucks. This opponent brings back memories.
Was somebody injured here? What, like, why did they lose this game? I mean, why did they lose this series? I mean, somebody had to be missing.
Some are good, some are bad, but Jimmy Butler was aiming to settle the score for what happened in 2021.
This is going to be a good recap. I need
This was the
this.
third playoff matchup between these two teams in 4 seasons. These two teams hated each other, and whoever wins this series will
That's
break
the full
tie.
lineup.
However,
At least for
early in
game
game
one.
one, Giannis
Here
went
it
down
is.
with a back injury. This was bad for the Bucks, but for the Heat, this was an opportunity, and they took advantage of it. Especially
How
Jimmy
long was he
Butler,
out?
as he had a 35-point triple-double with 3 steals. This smelled like the early makings of an upset. However, during this game, one of their own got hurt as well. It was Tyler Hero, and he
Oh,
broke his
shoot.
hand diving for a loose ball. In
Well,
the
that levels the playing field, you know. Tyler Hero for Giannis. Giannis and Tyler Hero, they're basically on the same level for real. They just got traded for each other, actually. This is kind of crazy.
second quarter. This was unfortunate.
I remember
And it
that.
got worse because in game 2,
All I remember
the Heat
from this
lost
series,
without
the
Giannis even
injuries.
stepping on the court. This was demoralizing.
They
It made
lost.
Game 1 feel like a fluke.
Joe
But
Ingles,
it
hell
wasn't.
yeah. Come
And
on,
in
Joe.
Game 3, they illustrated that fact perfectly as Jimmy Butler dropped a hyper-efficient 30-point bomb. So far, Jimmy Butler has looked exceptional in this series, and the Heat have been dominant because in the games they've won, they're beating the Bucks by an average of 17 and a
Man,
half
the Bucks
points.
really had first seed
This
that
is
year.
insane.
That's
An
probably the
eight-seed
last time they were that
dominating first seed
dominant.
like this is mostly unheard of, and Giannis
got
is
hurt.
not going to let that happen because in Game 4,
Oh, shit, he came back.
planned on returning.
Planned? What
Was this
does
going
that
to be
mean?
the turning point of the series?
Oh my
Or
God.
will the Heat kill the
Shit fucking up my
remaining hopes
ears.
of the Milwaukee Bucks?
The legacy game. I feel like I remember this one. It was some comeback or something. Is this an OT game?
Butler has it right here with a 15-footer over Holiday. The drive by Jimmy Butler.
Whoa. Hold on.
Drive by Jimmy Butler.
God damn.
Butler around him.
He's sick, dude. He's sick.
It's loose.
Nah.
46 points for Jimmy Butler. Sets up on 3. Why not? Butler. Long shot.
Nigga was hooping, man. So we didn't go to overtime?
56 points by any player is crazy, but when it's in the
3-1.
playoffs, that's historic. This performance
50
by Jimmy Butler
what?
was the 4th highest.
56 points. Oh my gosh. He wanted that shit. Yeah, they earned this. They earned this. Look at number 3 though. Look at number 1 actually, like in the entire 21st century. I remind y'all, man. Shut up, bro. Shut up.
That's historic. This performance by Jimmy
Been
Butler
neglecting
was
all the bubble
highest
videos that
scoring
have been
game in
getting put on
NBA
my
playoff
feed.
history. This was unreal. It made people look at him differently. It made people compare him to one of the all-time greats. And that all-time great was Michael Jordan. However, this series wasn't over just yet. And in Game 5, the Milwaukee Bucks were so close to winning. I mean, through 3 quarters, they led by 16 points. But a Butler's always there when you need them.
They led by, oh nah.
In the 4th quarter,
I don't know if that
Jimmy
injury's
Butler had
enough to
14
excuse
points to
you,
force the
man.
game to overtime. And this was the shot he made that tied the game. Honestly, this man might actually be Michael Jordan. The way he has been abusing and talking to Drew Holiday all series is some stuff Mike would do. Anyway,
Need to
during
see this
overtime,
shit.
Jimmy Butler wasn't the best, but he didn't need to be because they won. And his overall performance in this game was fantastic. He had 42 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. Playoff Jimmy is now in full effect, nearly averaging 38 points to take out the number 1 seed was something to behold. This felt like the beginning of a legendary tale.
Jimmy's career is so confusing, dude. Cause like, he's not always known as this high volume, like, scoring guy. Kind of just like a really good two-way player. But sometimes he just remembers how to shoot threes. Most of the time, he can't even shoot threes well. He's just got the lock in. I don't know. I don't know enough about his career.
Was something to behold.
I'm a casual when it comes to Jimmy Butler.
Of a legendary tale, and their next opponent
I've just been ignoring him for so long. After 2020, I just started ignoring him. And before 2020, I didn't even watch basketball that heavy, so he's just like in my blind spot.
Was unique. One team was
I didn't see any of this, bro. I was like, fuck these teams.
The other was spearheaded by an up-and-coming
I wanted Giannis
to prove himself. This matchup was going to be interesting, or so we thought.
This was back in my peak Jalen Brunson hate days. This is when they beat the Cavs, isn't it? That's why I was mad. Okay. See, Donovan Mitchell follower. I used to really hate Jalen Brunson before this year. Like he earned my respect this year. There's nothing really I can do. I mean, I've always respected the guy because he's just so much better than every team I root for. But yeah, I was just hating on both of these teams here.
This matchup
respect Donovan's father.
Or so we
How many games did this go? It sounds like an interesting matchup. I'm sorry I missed it.
Jimmy Butler rolled his ankle.
Oh yeah, because he got hurt.
He was on the
yeah, I was never watching this shit.
It was a horrible sight to see for anyone who was rooting for him. But the Heat pulled through and won this game despite the injury. This was a great sign.
Jalen Brunson versus Jimmy Butler, dude. That's a clutch ass matchup. That's dang.
Through and won this game despite the injury. This
I
was a
watch
great
that.
sign. They won a game on the road, and Jimmy Butler.
You never know what you got until it's gone, man.
Unfortunately, though, Jimmy Butler was ruled out for game 2.
Yeah, I was never watching this shit.
Repeat what they just did for a whole game, and they couldn't do it. Winning 2 consecutive road games without your star player is difficult. However, winning 1 was enough, because in the next 2 games, Jimmy Butler returned with a fire in his eyes, a fire that could not be extinguished.
He's never playing at 100%.
Butler with 3 to shoot. Doubled and floats it off and in. Beautiful shot. Now on the switch, Robinson against Butler. Leaning in. Butler is fouled. Banks it in. Shot clock down to 1. Butler from the baseline.
Fuck it, dude.
When the moment is big, Butler always meets it. Butler playing through the ankle injury. At 28 points, a couple of blocks.
RJ Barrett's still on the team. Julius Randle's still on the team. Hold on. Look at this Knicks team. Look at this Knicks team. This is ugly, bro. Hell no. Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Is this hell?
28 points, a couple of blocks.
Never watching that shit.
Takes the baseline, scores.
I'm good, dude.
Jimmy Butler came back and immediately made an impact. In these 2 games, he averaged 28 points, 5
They won both of those
rebounds,
games?
and 7 assists, along with 3 combined steals and blocks. This play resulted in the Heat taking a commanding 3-1 series lead.
Shit.
But in Game 5, they didn't come with the same energy. Jalen Brunson destroyed them. He scored 38 points to keep his season alive.
What a
And in
legend,
Game
dude.
6, he had an even better game. But
This went to
it didn't
7?
matter.
Alright,
Jimmy
never mind.
Butler and the Heat won. It was a close game. However, it was playoff Jimmy that came out on top. And in the next round, he'd be facing off against a familiar opponent in a familiar spot.
Always this fucking series. The Celtics and the Heat have been holding the East hostage for like 20 years, dog. This shit is nasty. I'm tired. I'm
These
exhausted.
are 2 storied franchises. These are 2 teams
Need new
with
colors.
history.
These teams
And
need to
in
know
this
what it
era,
feels like to
this would be
rebuild.
their 3rd playoff matchup in 4 seasons. Every single matchup up to
This
point
this
in the
this specific
conference
series was crazy
finals.
though. I remember
Series
this.
was no different. This
I
matchup
remember
could be
this
the
shit.
grand finale of an epic
I remember
trilogy,
exactly how this
and
went.
it was. Because to begin this series, Jimmy Butler went off. He led the Heat to victory in Game 1 with his dominant 2-way play, as he led both teams in points and steals. Oh,
They went
and
up
to seal the
3-0. There
game,
were so many like records on the line in this series. Like either way, like an 8th seed making the finals or a team coming back from a 3-0 deficit.
did this.
Shot clock at 3. Butler with Brunson.
Grant Williams. This is the series Grant Williams was getting this shit torched. Oh my gosh.
Jimmy frickin' Butler puts it in.
Jimmy freaking
This
Butler.
man was cold-blooded. In this moment, nothing could make him falter. And in Game 2, he played with that same killer instinct.
You embarrassing
But in the fourth
Boston.
quarter, Grant Williams decided to poke the bear. No one knows why he did this, but he did. And Jimmy Butler showed him that all actions have consequences.
No. Grant Williams. Grant Williams got some nasty lowlights, dog. That shit is good. Grant, who do you look at? Grant, look at your build, bro. No Boston fans hate Grant Williams.
This was real hate. This
Can't
was
help him,
real
bro, dude.
animosity. Jimmy Butler was baffled that a player like Grant Williams was chirping at him, and he responded accordingly. Because his first field goal in the fourth quarter was immediately after Grant Williams did what he did. And every single field goal that Jimmy Butler scored, Grant Williams was the primary defender. This was embarrassing. And during this stretch
Nasty.
of play, the Heat went on a
Hey, Gabe
24-9
Vincent,
run
dog.
to close out the game. The
These
Celtics
Miami Heat
have yet
industry
to win a game
plans.
so far. The Heat now have a 2-0 series lead. However, don't count the Celtics out because this series is far from over. Yeah, I was
This
wrong.
is a great video.
In Game 3, the Celtics were completely obliterated. I mean, the Heat just couldn't miss, and Jimmy Butler was trolling the Celtics as he hit the same pose that Al Horford did in Game 1. This Heat team was unreal. Going up 3-0 in this series means you're going to the NBA Finals. However, the Celtics weren't going to sit around and just let that happen, because in the next 2 games, the Celtics looked like the better team. They won both games pretty convincingly, but in Game 6, this wasn't the case. This game was an all-out war.
Derek White
and by
game.
the end of it, a miracle happened. That miracle was Derek White, because to force a Game 7, he scored a putback to beat the buzzer. This was insane.
Unreal, dude.
No team has ever
Unreal.
come back from an 0-3 deficit.
So much
However,
history on the line in
Celtics
this
might be
series.
the first to do it.
Marcus Smart on the Celtics, man.
Won 3 straight games to start
The
this
culture
series.
guy.
So it was a game
7, they stand eye to eye with history, and they did not.
Yeah, the game 7 was trash. Is this where Tatum got hurt? Did Tatum get hurt in this game? I can't remember.
Going to the NBA Finals. What a win on the road. Third win in this series.
All right, the video should end right here.
To the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals, the Larry Bird Trophy. And Alonzo?
Jimmy Butler.
The Heat dominated the Celtics
Legendary
for the
Eastern
entirety of the
Conference
game,
run, man.
and they needed to do that if Jimmy Butler wanted to accomplish his goal.
Did they send this one to 6,
getting
this
to the
next
finals
series?
is one thing. Actually winning it is another.
That team on the other side, man, that's one of my favorite teams ever, dude. I don't care. I don't care if they're supposed to be our #1 rival. If you beat the Suns, you're okay in my book. I was talking about that in the last video I posted like a few hours ago in real time, but yesterday, my gosh, these Nuggets, bro. This team, the Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic Nuggets, that was my squad, man. Fuck with them heavy.
This is the largest stage in basketball. You either lose and hope to come back.
Look, he wanted the
win
Celtics
and
to play the
become
Nuggets
immortal.
because that would have been
Jimmy Butler only had
much
one
better
option
series.
in mind. But in game 1, reality showed him that what you hope for doesn't always happen. They got blown out. This was bad.
blowout.
However, in game 2, Jimmy Butler
Thanks when he
defied
came back from
reality
that.
and stole a game on the road.
Oh my God.
This was the first playoff game that the Nuggets dropped on their home floor, and the series was now tied at 1 apiece. You know, maybe this is it. What if Jimmy Butler finally reaches the mountaintop? The legend of playoff Jimmy would finally reach an ending that's worth it.
Dude get killed in the finals every time.
Unfortunately, this wasn't the case, because after game 2, the Miami Heat didn't win a single game.
Yeah,
They
didn't
were
even force
simply
the 6.
outclassed, and Jimmy Butler was disappointed. He didn't get the happy ending he was looking for, but you can't control the outcome. The only thing you can control is the process, and the legend of playoff Jimmy was the outcome.
Legendary
that he
run,
gets
though.
to live with.
Heat culture, man. They better retire his jersey. That man had a stretch in Miami, man. He had a stretch in Miami. CEO of Heat culture. Other than Udonis and whatnot. Great video, by the way. Shoot, hold on, let me go back. What's his name? Abdiaz Takes. Go follow Abdiaz Takes or subscribe to Abdiaz Takes. We got to get him to 1K. I know this video isn't gonna do much. I don't have any motion myself, but that was a great video. Whew. Really took me through the rewind right there. Forgot all about 2023. Historical shit, man. Historical shit. Let me know what you think about playoff Jimmy Butler in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video.